Well, and woo! Hmm, what a tangle week that we have. We got Malika Andrews and Stacey Abrams, Tiffany Cross, all these chicks trying to say, black man, get in line. Let's start with Malika. First and foremost, you want to act like old boy forced himself upon women when I'm pretty freaking sure men like, Stephen A. Smith and others, and if I got dude's name from the Celtics organization, who has the insider story, but yet this is typical modern woman behavior. I'm not going to listen to logic. I'm going to listen to my feelings and what the I think. And this is the reason why when you get a chance, you check a chick. You check the living shit out of them. You got a chick who's the junior member of an organization calling in to one of the seniors, the people that's marketable, bankable, who can literally pull strings to get you replaced with another pretty light skinned chick. I told you the lack of respect for black men is deplorable. See, this is the reason why you need to create and support black male media. Because black women will sell you under the bus. She literally goes on air with men who've been in the league, who's been around the league for 30 years, who knows the ins and outs, who knows what's really happening. And they speak the truth. Why isn't the woman being held accountable as well? Why isn't she? Why isn't she? There's an old saying my father said, you show me a pretty chick and I'll show you a nigga sick of her shit. Why is she not being held accountable in her role being a married woman with a man who was engaged to Nia Long? Here's the craziness about it, right? It's okay to sell a black man under the bus. It's okay to throw him asunder. But as soon as you come after that wife, that black woman, oh, we got to stop right there. We got to take you off the air. It's no different with Stacey Abrams. Black men need to get in line so I can become governor and have the ability and power to subjugate you even further. What do we get out of Stacey Abrams becoming governor of Georgia? All we need is another elitist bitch in a position of power, and that's going to help us how? Give me one good example of a female leader. Give me one good example. See, a lot of fools be like, well, my mom was a good leader. No, she was not. If your mother was a single mother, she was not a good leader. Because one, she was not under anybody's leadership and protection. So it's impossible for her to be a good leader. Anytime you have none of Dr. T.S.R. Johnson's 14 points for black men being addressed by Stacey Abrams, you have none of the Gray Faulkner Initiative being addressed. So why the hell should we vote for you? And this is for all the detractors of saying, when I say do not vote for Stacey Abrams, why you should vote for the other guy? Because you should really, in my heart of hearts, show people what you mean. You take me as a joke, and I will kamikaze this goddamn plane. People talking about, well, if the other guy gets voted in, they're going to try to suppress voter registration. So what? So what? The next time you'll take us seriously. The next time you'll take us seriously. If I voted for a chick who doesn't offer me shit, then yes, guess what you just did? You just made black men's vote worthless. When you vote for another party, it makes people acquiesce to you. They got to be attentive to you and your needs. The problem with it is black men don't like to be radical away from their women. I'm sorry, bro. We got to become our own voting bloc. Sorry. We need to show them that if we vote for whoever we care for, you will not get elected. If you do not treat the desires and the needs of black men, you will not get voted in. But them simps won't tell you that, will they? Them simps won't tell you, black man, respect your vote, will they? Oh no, they'll never tell you that. They won't tell you, black man, respect yourselves. Black men should go support the Woman King, a movie that makes you look weak and make them look masculine and heroic. Okay, what do you get out of it? What do you get out of it? Here it is. You have Malika, who I probably got combat boots older than her, telling experienced older men what to do. See, this is your culture. You want a mommy grown ass man old enough to be your father. And you think, why black men don't want to be around you anymore? I'm tired of all these damn thought pockets thinking that they got to say it every goddamn thing when all they need to do is just shut up and enjoy the ride. Think about this. They'll never give you an independent movie with strong black male leads, but they'll give you the Woman King. When was the last time you seen an action movie, good old fashioned action movie, with a black male lead? But we're supposed to support the woman king or the woman flop. That's what it is. That's not a success. That movie is a flop. But yet, black men are supposed to spend their money, time, and effort supporting a bunch of females that says they don't need me. You got this grown ass chick trying to talk about this guy's personal life, but can't even be professional and be like, hey, I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just going to wait for the facts. No, because I weren't trained that way. It's it's sad. Robert Nelson said, Charles, I came from food service in the hospital. Women, especially black women, they're in the team white supremacy. We are open targets if you're heterosexual. It's open season on black American men. It's been that way. She should have been disciplined, babe. She should have been. That was so unprofessional that you're going to call into my live show to try to check me in front of my audience. I'm going to warn you, black women. Y'all keep trying to do this to black men, they're going to check the shit out of you. They're going to check the shit out of you. Oh, and she's a swirler too? That explains it. Y'all gonna y'all gonna need some reality, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm preaching that if a chick gets out of line on you, you check the shit out of her. Like I told you the story about my aunt and my cousin. I had to check the shit out of their asses. You're not gonna disrespect me after all the shit I've went through and accomplished. Belay yourself. See, this whole thing about being a black man, we gotta create our media and we need to support our media and not look for anybody else to do it. This is the reason why. Black men need to hold on to their boat like it's platinum, gold, and rubies and use it sparingly. You gotta act like you got some goddamn sense. You gotta act like you have a pair of balls. Yeah, she tried to play a consensual relationship like harassment. But these supposed to be your black queens who got your back. Yeah, they got your back because they try to measure where to put the knife in it. I want you to really think about this. You're being voluntold where to put your vote. Not volunteered, but voluntold. And the saddest part about this is you vote for that bitch Stacey Abrams and watch. You think black men in fucking Georgia are gonna have it rough? She's gonna enact shit just to fuck with you because she has the authority to do so. And you think this behavior is not gonna go on even further? The more black women get political office, they already felt certain way when Kamala Harris became vice president, but she was so incompetent with the little bit of authority they gave her. They said, "Nah, you just stay in the shadows." But they didn't realize that Kamala is an Indian woman. She was raised Indian. Her father's Jamaican, so he's not ADOS. Has he claimed to be black? This is the reason why. When you see the Bitter Truth show, you should support it. There should be cash apps. There should be super chats. When you see BGS, Dr. T, Dr. Ron Neal, Green Gorilla, Dr. Dunbar, Mr. Z, Art of Itmore, Art New Style, Artisan MC, all these Manosphere shows, you should have to come up there and you should support. Why? Because not a goddamn person in the regular mainstream media is going to talk about the real shit. And if you notice, they got Viola Davis, and Viola Davis has some very striking features. She's almost manly. Some pictures she look a lot more feminine, but they went out of their way in this movie to make her look extra, extra manly. And this is what black women will support. Black women have made Tyler Perry a billionaire of by Tyler Perry making fun and parody of them. They're loud, obnoxious, violent, ignorant, disrespectful. But this is who you want to represent you. This is who you want. This is who you want. This is who you want to represent you. I'm sorry. You constantly fight against the ideology of black women being manly, but how manly can you be? How more manly can you be than the warrior women, the Amazon women, fighting in wars? How manly can you be than fighting in a war? And then you had the audacity to make a movie when just about all the shit was false. That character that Viola Davis played was made up. It's really hard for black people not to do that, especially when you've been coming through the propaganda and the Prussian school system to do everything, especially when it comes to idolizing white supremacy and our women because they're more subjectable to conscious and unconscious suggestion. They're the ones who are going to absorb it the most. You got people saying, "Shut up, black man, support my movie. Shut up, black man, support my show and my narrative. Shut up, black man, vote for me." No respect, no regard, nothing. And all you're going to get in return is their ass to kiss and their stool to eat. It's sad. We don't need any men, but yet they still want you to be a high earner. We don't need any men, but they still whine about you protecting them. Pick a fucking struggle, please. It's ridiculous. What are you going to get out of this? There's actions that are going to be need to be taken. You can't go back to being comfortable anymore, black man. They won't allow it. Where else would you see a statement like that being made? Imagine if he would have made that to Jewish people, Asian people, white people. They dare say shit to our community, to our men, that they know they couldn't get away with anyone else's. I'm going to ask any of the simps out there, why should we vote for Stacey Abrams? Why? Well, she's a black queen. No, she's not. It's going to be ridiculous on a live scale because until you start earning and demanding your respect, you're not going to be respected. Until you actually be the hero of your own narrative, you're not going to get the results you claim. I'm going to say this, man. Sometimes you got to let parts of the system burn. Sometimes you got to vote for the other side just to let them know you're fucking serious and say you will never have another black politician in this motherfucker until you meet the demands of black boys and black men. We need to stop being loyal to a bunch of women that will sell us out for viewership and ratings. We need to stop being loyal to a bunch of people who will sell us out at the drop of a dime. Then on top of that, you might as well pay a very good attention in the next coming weeks and see how everybody's going to be kissing your ass. Well, nobody cares if a black man lives or dies. That's why. They can literally have psychopaths in the neighborhood, and they're still scared of the black man. I bet you 9 out of 10 they were scared of black men in that neighborhood than Jeffrey Dahmer. You're gonna have to stand up for yourself. You're gonna have to stand up for your fellow man. You're gonna have to stand up for the boys, your sons, your grandsons, your cousins, your nephews, your mentees. Because sooner or later, it's gonna come down on the line where it's publicly gonna be stated: Are you for black men or are you not? And when you have such deplorable means and behavior, it's gonna be disturbing. I want you to realize this. Everybody who's for you is not always your friend, and everybody who's against you is not always your enemy. Be careful of the wolves in sheep's clothing that they're going to present in the next few weeks. They're going to send some black woman, especially if she's attractive and she got curves, into space to disrupt a lot of shit. I think y'all should vote for Stacey Abrams, y'all. I think we should go boycott the Celtics till they fire him. I think we should all go see the Woman King. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. You need to be ready. You need to be honestly voting with your feet and your ballot. Give them hell. Oh yeah. Notice they're not going to talk about Brett Favre. They're going to talk about how a man had an extra. You can't even call it extramarital because he wasn't married. Who stepped out on his lady to sleep with another lady? Boo hoo! It happens all the time. But when you have Brett Favre scamming millions from the government, oh, we got to tamp that down, right? See what I mean? They want to pump up your stories to make everybody else look innocent or not as guilty as it seems. Nina Long is 51. We don't know if she's giving the man sex. We don't know if she's capable of doing. A lot of these chicks, people see. This is the reason why I said black men are the garbage men of the dating world. Nina is an old woman and should be treated as such. I fixed it. I'm back. Now, I'm going to say this, man. A lot of y'all need to actually start. And you're right, Lord Juno. They're going to ask, what about the community? When Ice Cube was on that Cocktail with Queens bullshit, they told you you're not part of the community. They're not a part of the community. So, what you need to do is make everything a self fulfilling prophecy for them. Hold them accountable to it. Detroit 313 said it's crazy when they come over here in this space telling black men to get off the internet and start building, but major black females have subscribers and got only chat mode chat. Exactly. They want you to start building, but you can't reap the benefits of what you built. Why don't you build for me? Fuck you. If you're gonna build something for your legacy, your children. And if you got a wife, a good wife, build something for her. If a black chick wants something from you, she's gonna have to pay. And don't accept pussy as a payment. You know why? Because they were gonna give that shit away free anyway. If a chick wants to, if a chick needs her tire fixed, she better come out of her pocket. Either pay for lunch or pay in dollars. If a chick needs you to fix something, either you cooking, you buying the food, or you paying me in the money. Be neither a borrower or lender. You gotta pay me for my services. And sometimes you gotta pay up front. Because I don't trust your ass. Mm-mm-mm. Black men need to have a fucking backbone about themselves. Not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty, man. See, winter is coming. Hell, it's already here. They really don't want us to lead. They want us to really be a figurehead, someone they could blame. That's all. They want to blame us, not make lead. They don't take instructions very well. That's why they're so uncooperative, cantankerous. They're not looking for leaderships. They're looking for figureheads and drones. Anytime a woman says, "Well, I'll allow a man to lead," no, it's either I lead or I leave. Either I lead or I leave. You're not gonna allow me to do shit. Hmm. So let me get out of here, folks, and help my father with some stuff. Woo! Probably come back on later today. Peace. Woo!